If you're passionate about learning Chinese and looking for a tool that's not only fun, but also super convenient, you're in the right place. Welcome to a world where learning Chinese has never been this exciting and effortless. It's time to do a deep dive on the #1 app for learning Chinese, Pleco. Imagine having a language tutor, a dictionary, and a cultural guide all rolled into a pocket-sized app. However, Pleco really is more than an app. It's a passport that takes you into this wonderful world of Chinese. With several useful functions, a mobile-focused design, and the flexibility to go anywhere, both online and offline, Pleco is always right at your fingertips, making it the most convenient language learning companion you'll ever need. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and get ready to revolutionize your Chinese language learning experience. So some of the key features we'll dive into are the dictionary function, the OCR function, the ability to draw characters and look at stroke order, and then also the document reader, both web and saved documents. We'll also dive into the pricing and different bundles and add-ons you can purchase to really enhance and improve your overall app and language learning experience. So we'll start things off with the basic dictionary function. You can type in here, telephone. You can find in English, and then you find the Chinese translation to it. And up at the top, you can see both traditional and simplified characters. And then you have the word with a few example sentences down there at the bottom. What's also neat is that next to the word and next to the sentences is that volume icon. So if you click that icon, you can actually listen and hear audio versions of that word or that sentence being said. Really helpful and really useful in understanding the context and understanding and listening to how the word is being used. Along with the dictionary function, there's an add-on you can purchase for stroke or stroke order of that character. So you can see and visualize how the character is actually supposed to be written out. And you can do that again in both simplified and traditional characters. Writing isn't as useful as it used to be. You know, we type and use a lot of keyboards now, but it still helps visualize and understand the makeup of that character, which in turn helps a lot with memorization. The next ribbon over is characters. You can see individualized breakdown of that overall character. So dianhua is the word, is the character we're looking at, and we want to look at individually dian and hua. So electricity and then word/talk. So when they come together, telephone. So that individualized breakdown, again, is just really helpful in getting a better understanding of how things are supposed to be used and why things come together to make up a word. So the different characters that come together to really make up the word that you're trying to say, or trying to use, trying to learn. The next ribbon over is words, so associated words with the character or the word that we just looked up. So again, we wanted to understand how to say telephone. We get dianhua. When you click this words ribbon, you see the associated words. So dianhua hao, telephone number. When you learn in batches, it really helps memorize and understand different components, and then really helps you boost your overall vocabulary, because learning in batches just tends to make things much easier when you're trying to learn a lot of different words. So the final ribbon here, sentences. Again, a few of those pop up when you just use the regular dictionary function, but these are just additional sentences, so you can see how that word is being used in the context around it. Some of these sentences are ones that we wouldn't typically use on a day-to-day basis, but it helps gaining that context to really try and better understand the word and how it's supposed to be used. So next, to look at some of the other features, if we look at the top left-hand corner, we see this hamburger drop-down. So we click that, and then we get a view of all the other add-ons or different features that we can use within Pleco. So other than the dictionary, there's a history button, which allows us to see different words we've looked for in the past. There's live OCR, which allows us to use our phone to scan different words. So maybe you're at a restaurant, you don't understand the menu, you use your phone, you can just scan the words, and that pops up the dictionary for you. And then my favorite feature would be the reader feature. So you can read different web articles, and then you can also save some of those articles directly within the app, so you can use it in an offline setting as well. So if you're on a train, on an airplane, you still have full functionality of the app and all the associated features because you've pre-saved some of those articles or different documents that you want to read and learn from. And then there's also the flashcard system, which allows you, again, to create flashcards either from scratch or from things you're reading within a document. So you can have different flashcard batches based on different documents that you've pre-saved. So let's take a look at the web reader here. I'm going to go to www.zhihu.com, and then you can see it pops up all the different featured articles on Zhihu. What I can do is I can select one of those articles, start reading, and then start using the translating services within Pleco, or I can save some of those articles. Or I can go to something like the New York Times Chinese version, which allows me to read different New York Times articles in Chinese, or have that side-by-side Chinese and English. So what I like to do is not read directly on web, but save these as documents within the Pleco app, There are two ways to save. There's this button down here on the left that looks like the share button, which you can save it directly into Pleco, or you can use the button on the bottom right, the kind of eyeglass button that opens it up in kind of what the document reader functionality looks like within Pleco. And then you can copy and paste kind of the title of the article, save it as a document within your Pleco app, and then boom, you have it both in an online and offline function. So now the flashcard system, there are a lot of different features and different variables and settings you can use within the flashcard system. So when you save things in batches, save different flashcards within batches, you can then select from the different categories or batches that you want to really do your flashcard test on. So really what you want to review. And then even within that review, you can start looking at review only, self-graded, multiple choice, stroke order, tone practice. So really it's up to you and dependent on your needs and your learning requirements. So here too, within the flashcard mechanism, you can create your own flashcard. So if you have kind of a predetermined word and you know the characters, you know the pinyin, you know the translation for it, you can create that flashcard from scratch. Or what is probably the most useful thing is kind of combine the document reader with flashcard creation. So when you have an open document, you can start reading, and if you encounter a word that you're not familiar with, all you have to do is click on that word. It self-highlights for you, and the translation and definition is provided within that document reader. But up at the top, if you click the plus symbol, it allows the opportunity to create a flashcard right from there. So all you have to do is click plus, create, and boom, the flashcard is created. You don't have to manually enter the pinyin, the tones, the translation, etc. So then when you go back to your flashcard settings, you can look at a list of your categories or groups that have been created, and then you can look at all the uncategorized flashcards that have been created as well. And when you create a flashcard through the document reader, it automatically sends it to the uncategorized area. So what I like to do is start off by creating flashcards with the title of the article I'm looking at. So then when I'm going through the uncategorized section, I can immediately find the starting point for where all the subsequent flashcards are. And those subsequent flashcards are the ones that I want to bundle or package into that category for that document that I'm trying to read and understand. So it's a really neat, automated, pretty hands-off way of creating flashcards. So now pricing and bundles and pricing packages. So the completely free basic version is just the dictionary, which again is still super helpful and super useful when trying to learn Chinese. If you're watching TV, reading an article, whatever it may be, you can easily look up and locate a word and understand how that word or that character should be used. The basic bundle is what I have for just $29.99. You can get the dictionary, you can get Mandarin Audio, and then you can get the flashcard and document reader. It's just $29.99 total. It's not a yearly subscription. You pay it once and then you're set. There is also a professional bundle for $59.99, which includes a lot of different dictionary add-ons and a more enhanced comprehensive dictionary. But really with that document reader and the flashcard and then dictionary mechanism, the basic bundle feature is completely fine and really all you need to really start mastering and learning Chinese. If you don't like the predetermined or predefined bundles, you can do individual add-ons. So if maybe you just want the document reader and you don't want the flashcards, you can do so by going a la carte and just manually selecting the individual features that you want. So to sum, Pleco really is more than just a dictionary. It's a mobile learning companion that's designed to be used on the go. It's simple, easy to use, user-friendly, and it has a plethora of features that'll allow you to master Mandarin Chinese. Select from different pricing bundles, or go a la carte and just select the features and add-ons that you think will help you master Chinese. Please like, subscribe, leave comments. I'd really love to hear from everyone. Your support means the world to me, and I'd love to continue producing and making some of these videos to help people learn and understand Chinese. Stay tuned for more content, and remember, we're in this journey together. Later.